Yeah. This is A-list shipping hog. If you hear something in the background, it's water running. I'm about to turn it off right now. Sorry, but hey, I am back to explain or tell my thoughts of Marvel's The Eternals because I had just watched the movie. This is part two of my first one. I left off on one of the Eternals named Ajax in her description as well. Now with Ajax, her power is to heal people. I forgot her suit's color. It may be, I think it was a sort of green, an olive green or a dark green. Can't remember at this moment. I'm not gonna say, like, I know I did with Cersei explaining like what race of human she's modeled after, but I don't know what race of human Ajax is modeled after. That's another thing I should have looked up. I just watched this movie, so I think, like, I didn't look up everything. These are just my thoughts as of like the moment. And somewhat of a description of the Eternals. Now, that being said, I will explain some of her personality and some of how she is. The background in her personality. Ajax loves every single Eternal. She is the leader of the Eternals. She is very old too. They're all old, but I feel as though she's older than them in a way. I may be wrong though. How she was basically in the movie, she even mentions like, "Oh, I followed Erisham for millions of years," and she's like, "That's what she old as hell." But her outlook on humans has been the same for years, millennia, if I can say that. However, it changed after she witnessed the humans of Earth, how they reacted after the Thanos snap. She witnessed them fight tooth and nail to gain back the half of the population they had lost to bring it back to where it was before the snap. She witnessed how they reacted and her outlook of them changed. She started traveling the world and really appreciating what humans were, how they are, who they are. She started appreciating them and she started wishing that they survived. She didn't want them to be eliminated, essentially. Now, this is why I say she's more interesting than Icarus. Like, Icarus doesn't really have too much of a personality to me. However, his goal or his idea of why he even follows the celestial beings is understandable. Because they even explain it in the film, but I will say that later on why he thinks the Tiamat should be rose up, despite the fact that it can destroy the planet Earth and everybody on it. But yeah, so basically what happened with Ajax, yes, this is a spoiler. I'm gonna just put in this description. This is all spoilers. Ajax dies. She's the first Eternal we witness that actually is dead before we can even, like, we see her at the beginning, of course, speak and all that stuff, see her alive, but when the other Eternals see her after literal years of not witnessing her, she's dead. So I'm gonna tell you what happened with that. Spoiler, this happens near the end of the movie, to be honest with you. I would go in order, but this is based on my thoughts. My thoughts run rampant, okay? So, based on my thoughts, Icarus, 6 days prior, visits Ajax. They talk for a moment. He knew about the emergence of the celestial being and Timet. He knew about the original origin of them. He knows what they truly are. He knows they're space robots. He knows that they have been alive for so many years. He knows why they were alive for so many years. And so does Ajax. Ajax knows more than probably any of them. But Icarus has kept her secret. That is why I said in the first video, some of the Eternals see him as like the second in command. Like, if Ajax falls, he should be the leader. Like, some people view Icarus should be the leader of the group after Ajax. And she trusted him with this information. She even tells him, like, with Thanos snap, And after the 5 years, her outlook on humanity has changed. Her view on humans has changed. Her attitude towards humans has changed. And she doesn't really want the emergence to happen. She wants them to survive. She wants them to live on. Icarus, with this knowledge, brings her to an area where it's basically it's like the Grand Canyon, but the bottom is like open in an ice lake and stuff like that. He basically explains that he cannot allow her to not let the emergence of Tiamat to happen. He can't do that. And so, like, this is how she shows that she still loves all the Eternals. Like, she basically shows, like, she doesn't even blame him for his outlook, his attitude. She blames herself for it. I don't know why I'm stuttering. I'm going off the rip. Ugh. She blames herself. She even hugs him and said, "Oh, how I have let you gone down the wrong path." And he hugged her for a moment, showing that he doesn't really want to kill her, but he feels as though he has to. So he pushes her off the cliff. She lands at the bottom. There's deviants at the bottom of this. Also, at this time, they didn't really know that there was very much deviants. I don't think they knew there was that many anymore. So yeah. Yeah, I don't think they thought there was that many anymore. So she drops to the bottom. Her power is to heal. She can't actually fight. Like talking with, she can heal other Eternals. She just can't fight herself, and it shows. Like, you know, she tried to pick up a shotgun that was left behind on there and shoot a deviant, but it didn't really phase it. And then there reveals a cave with a gigantor of a deviant, big ass deviant, right? So in the first video, I low-key mentioned, not really that much, but I briefly mentioned how deviants can evolve, but Eternals can't. They are made to not be more than they already are. They're like born with a full package. They're born adults. They're born with all their powers already. You know, they don't really evolve in the physical sense, you know. Now, with their thought processes, they can evolve like that, talking with. But otherwise, nah, they weren't made to do all that. However, deviants can. They can absorb the essence, the magic of a eternal. Almost said celestial again. Oh my gosh, of an eternal. I caught myself. Yes. So the cave reveals that big ass deviant, and that is what kills Ajax. Hey. Oof, I'm gonna have to cut this short. One of these days, I'll be able to completely do a part 2. I'm still gonna sing this one. I can't really edit like talking with, just saying my thoughts. But one of these days, I'll be able to complete a full explanation of it. I'm cutting it up in parts because my phone cut off my other video and stuff like that. But, you know, see y'all next time on part 2.5, to be honest with you.